What's up, college football fanatics? Welcome to another edition of our college football podcast. We don't have a name as of right now. Comment one below if you want us to use that. We'll take any and all ideas. It's Bales here. We have Hastings, and we brought Brad on this week. So now it's a three-person podcast. We will each be giving out our favorite either spread or total bet. We're not really going to run money lines. I guess if someone wants to do a dog or something, but we don't want any ridiculous money lines where like you're betting minus 400 where you're not even getting anything in return. So we're going to do this every Friday. I believe it'll be released. Last Friday, it was just me and Hastings. We went 1-1. We hit on under Virginia, Pittsburgh. I think it was 46.5. Missed on Bama. What was Bama? Like minus 26 first half or something?
Yeah, they dogged it.
Well, that was – what's up?
Covered the second half in the full game. They didn't come out hot on fire. I thought they'd come out ready to go, and they looked sluggish.
Well, that's a great learning experience because I think that you mentioned last week on the pod that week one you should be going light, and there's two different ways that you basically can do that. Either cut your units in half, or what I like to do is I only bet a small amount of games. I think I bet 6 games during week one. That's it. But it was kind of weird. Did you guys watch the game? Because Duke came out in triple option.
Yeah, they did. That was really weird.
Yeah, they threw a curve to them, and I don't think it was defensively a problem too much for Bama. They were able to move a couple times, and then offensively, I think Tua just coming off that injury just wasn't as sharp. Looked a little better in the second half. Looked a little more comfortable.
You can also kind of see like the two starting running backs. They made a difference. They were suspended the first quarter, and then that second quarter they really started to have an impact in the game. And then it helped Jerome Ford fumble the ball too in the red zone.
I mean, it was a fun week.
Yeah, it was.
Overall for me, I know we only post one on here. I give out all my bets in a college football email list that I have. If you want to get on it, just send me a message on Twitter. My handle's below. It's free. I went 5-1. It was successful. My one miss, I got to tell you, was Syracuse Liberty. I bet the over. It was like 68 points, and that was a whiff. I mean, that was terrible. Did you guys also have success on anything besides the Bama play last week?
Let's go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, Thomas.
I end up going 6-4. Just like you, I have a list. It's on my Twitter. I actually have the link. It's a Google sheet. So I'll just keep posting that. I post all my plays there, totally free. Just go on the Google sheet.
What's your handle?
At Mr. Brad Thomas.
Perfect. I'm looking it up now. Lock you in.
Cool.
I went. I think I posted. I put it out on the website today on an article. I went 5-2-1. Put it out a live bet on Northwestern and got hosed there at the end of that game. I was watching that. I go, man, if you had Northwestern +6, you thought you won with 40.
Yeah, that backdoor cover.
Yeah, just a brutal beat there. Lost on Bama first half, and I took UCLA last week thinking they'd come out. They didn't look good. I ended up betting Cincy second half and able to get my losses out of that, but I didn't count that as a true play because I didn't post it. I just did it on inside the app and posted it. I believe Bales was on there with me that night. We kind of went over it and said we were taking the second half on Cincy.
Yeah, that was weird because just Josh Kelly didn't even play. What? Did anyone see anything about that?
I don't understand why he didn't play.
I have no idea. But since he just looked, if you're just watching the game, you could tell since he was a better team. They should have been up by 17 in that first half. Up, I think 7 at the time. So it was like good time to jump on.
Yeah, my best sweat I think came Friday night. I bet the over in Purdue, Nevada. And they had the ball on the 21. They threw a touchdown, which then was called a touchdown. And on third down, with like 40 seconds left, they completed it to hit the over. And then obviously Nevada hit that 56-yard field goal to win or whatever. Yeah. So it was a crazy week one. A lot of great games.
Absolutely.
We can move on to this week though. Do either one of you have a preference of going first with your bets?
I'll go real quick. What I'm looking at this weekend, I posted the first part of it is Washington -13 at home. This is a late game, so if you get beat up early in the day, you get a late one to pick up at minus 13. It was at minus 14, and people were jumping on it and brought it down to 13. Jumped on it. And I think Washington will cover first half as well. I mean, Cal struggled with the ball against UC Davis last week. They limited. The QB was okay, threw for about 216 and had an interception. But up there at Washington, his first real big game kind of the Pac-12 for Washington at home, crouching live. I'm jumping on that game. Feel pretty strong about it.
I'm totally there with you too. Yeah, I was looking at that game. Just think Washington's a better team. I don't put more than 13 points up for Cal, so maybe Washington will be sitting around 35-13, something like that.
Yeah, and the QB for Washington was lights out last week. I think he continues throwing the ball around. I think he almost went for maybe 420 yards last week, 4 TDs. I think
Eason's legit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you take out Fromm and he's still starting for Georgia. So moving to the Pac-12, that's kind of easy, you would think.
Yeah.
Defense for sure. So he'll be knocking receivers down, which is great. And at home like that, crowds behind you, they're going to kind of come out and throw the ball around. Dudes will be moving. I just don't think Cal is ready for the offense they're going to see against Washington.
Yeah, I like that. Brad, what's your play?
My play is going to be UCF minus 10. I've seen it minus 10, minus 9.5, minus 10.5. I'm comfortable with going up to 10.5. I just not really sold, even though FAU ended up covering against Ohio State. That Ohio State team really took their foot off the gas in that second quarter and for the rest of the game. And in my opinion, I still think Fields is still needs a little bit of work. He's average. He's an okay quarterback. But UCF has great trends, great numbers. 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 against Conference USA. 6-1, 5-1 in their last 6 in road games, which is pretty big there because they're going to be going down to Boca Raton.
Yeah, I like that. Go ahead.
I jumped on it early when it hit 9.5 this week. I think I posted it. I added everybody on our app, and I think that when I first saw the game and I saw it at 10, I was thinking it'd be more like a 17 line.
Yeah.
Now, FAU made some adjustments last week in that Ohio State game, and they figured out that they wanted to keep Fields in the pocket. Like you said, he's maybe an average QB, he's still learning, but all his throws were coming on the run. So they were trying to make him, be a QB and struggled with that a little bit. I like that they made adjustments on FAU. I just think that, UCF's a stronger team and should handle them. 9.5 is plenty, I think, or 10. If you get it at 10, still good.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that I like about a team like UCF, because Ohio State will take their foot off the gas, because if they just win the game, that's all they need. Where UCF is trying to really, really make a statement, because honestly, with their schedule, they can go undefeated. They're not making playoffs. So they need to make some statement games if they really want to make it.
Travis is pulling his hair out right now.
Yeah, he's probably texting me. What's up?
That he's hate texting you right now.
Yeah. My play I'm doing, if you follow me, you know that I don't like betting the super high overs, but I still feel like that there's a lot of value in it. Oregon State, Hawaii is currently set at 77 with a little bit extra on minus 115 on the over. It's basically just a pace of play game. Oregon State ran over 80 plays per game last year. It ranked 6th in the nation. Hawaii was over 70, which is about average. But when you put them up against a team like Oregon State, they're not really scared to really push the pace. And last week, Oregon State ran 87 against Oklahoma State. Hawaii ran 79 against Arizona. Both offenses looked completely fine. Last year, one of the big things for Oregon State is that they averaged 38 points per game in non-conference games, which then dipped big time once they got into the conference, which doesn't shock me because they usually set up a little bit easier games. They scored 36 last week against Oklahoma State. I would be willing to put a decent amount of money that they have a better defense than Hawaii. Whereas Hawaii dropped 45 on Arizona. Oregon State's not even close to Arizona, in my opinion. I learned last time I did bet Arizona in that game, which I thought that they had a decent shot to cover before Khalil Tate threw the pick in the third. I mean, it is what it is. I know Brad was on Hawaii, which is just great play. But I mean, realistically, these are two fast-paced teams that focus on offense. They barely play defense. So it's tough. I could see one of the two teams going for, mainly Hawaii. I think they win. I could see them going for like almost 50 though. And then it should be an easy cover from there. So if you guys, what's up?
You watched, obviously, you guys both watched that Hawaii. It was one of the first games that came out. The receivers for Hawaii looked fantastic. And the QB.
Yeah.
So Oklahoma State has zero. I mean, they don't have much of a defense. So if those guys keep doing that, 50, I don't see 50 being a problem. 50, it'd be a 55 to 45 game or 55-50 game, somewhere in that range. It's going to be a fun game if you can stay up for it.
Absolutely. Yeah, that run and shoot offense is going to destroy Oregon State. And I mean, Cole McDonald's not going to have another performance where he throws 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. So I think if he sticks around that 4 and limits the interceptions, they're going to be perfectly okay with. I even took the game in at -6.5, but I'm already on the over too.
And well, I was going to say, Bales, if he throws his interception, make a pick 6 going the other way.
Yeah, I'll take pick 6s. That's it.
Those interceptions, it's like McDonald just he doesn't want to punt. The dude will he'll just bomb it up. So no, I do. I think we outlined 3 solid plays. Does anyone have anything that they want to add before we get out of here?
No, best of luck. Week 2, I'm going to go full units on all my plays. I forgot to write that down. I might dip into a couple of live plays, so I'll be on in and out of the app tomorrow and let you know. And if you guys see anything you don't like that I'm posting out there, please let me know.
Yeah, best of luck, everybody. We're all here together, and let's win some money, man.
Absolutely. Everyone, keep in mind that these come out on Friday, and you want to get the best lines possible. So if you subscribe to this channel, you'll get the updates when the video drops. So you want to get this as soon as the video drops, so the lines don't change too much, and you can basically play exactly what we're playing.
Have a great weekend.
Yeah, guys.